Are you familiar with Claude as a large language model? Did you know that you can actually create interactive, engaging games for your students using Claude without having to know any code? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I want to just spend a few minutes showing you some of the possibilities that are available using Claude to create learning-based games, review games, those kinds of things for your students. So if you've never been to Claude, you can see the URL at the top of the screen here. Go ahead and pull up Claude, create an account, and let's get started. Okay, so within Claude, you can see that it looks like any chatbot where we can ask it questions, and we can, just in that way that we always do with any other large language model. But today we're going to ask it to do a bit more, and it's going to use something called Artifacts, which you'll see in just a second, which is basically it pops up a new window and creates what it is you're asking for. So we could do something as simple as create a game for 6th grade students on the solar system. Let's say interactive game for 6th grade students. Okay, so we're going to start something very, very simple. It's going to tell you it's creating that artifact that I mentioned. You're actually going to see it write the code over here on the right, and it's going to take it just a little bit of time to write all of that, but you can actually see it's creating questions and so on. And then when it's done, we will see an actual game over here on the right. You can even see, if you saw that scrolling by, it's looking to give feedback, good job, or try again. So I'm going to pause for just a second, let it finish writing the code, and show you what the end result looks like. Okay, so here is our game over here. You can see we have a score option. We've got 1 to 8 questions, and we've got some questions we can answer now. Now, as with anything with AI, the more specific, the more details, the more instructions we give it, the better it will be over here on the right. But we went very basic, so let's see how we're going to do here. I'll just put in an answer, and it says correct, and then it gives me a little fun fact. I didn't even ask for that, but that's what it gave me. Now, again, as always, with anything AI, make sure you are double checking everything. The nice thing too about Claude is if we find a mistake, or let's say we clicked the button and it didn't actually show us the right answer, we can say to it, just in text, in what we're typing, this didn't work, the submit button didn't work, please fix it. And it'll actually fix its own code. And that does happen. It's not perfect. So you do need to go through and make sure everything looks the way you want it to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go next. Which planet is known as the red planet? So I think that's Mars, but I'm going to get this one wrong and see what it tells me. Okay, so it did tell me fun fact, not quite, and it showed me the right answer, and so on. Okay, so let's say this is exactly what we want our students to work on. What you can do with any artifact is choose to publish. And when you choose to publish, you will get a publish and copy link where it did for us. You can copy this link. You can then, I'll just come into a new window and show you, you can share this out with anybody. As long as you don't delete this, then you can share this game out to students or anybody else. Now, another note, we could have uploaded a document to go along with this. Let's say we were working on content with our students and we had a PDF of all of the content, let's say about the solar system. We could say, use this content to create the game. So we definitely have some options here on how we want to create this game. Okay, let's create a new chat, and I'm going to show you a little bit more involved prompt. Let's say we wanted to get a little more specific here, and I am going to create a game based on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire format that covers, I'm going to go ahead and fill in these examples, or rather these brackets, so that we have something more specific. So let me pause and do that. Okay, so you can see what I have here is build a game based on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire format that covers U.S. states and capitals for 7th grade students. Ensure they have new questions if they choose to play again. That part I added in because I had played around with this before and it wasn't allowing them to create a bank of questions that would allow them to play the game multiple times. Again, this is a pretty basic prompt. We could get a lot more specific if we wanted to, but I just wanted to show you another example. And sky's the limit. Be creative. In fact, if you're not sure how to build a prompt to do something like this, ask AI to help you build a prompt to create a game. Again, I'm going to pause for a second here, let this all build and write, and I will show you what it comes up with. Okay, you can see that Claude explained the game over here on the left, built it on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and start game. Now, I've done this before, and each time it looks different because that is the way AI works. It's not identical each time. So you can see this isn't going up and down. We could have specified that if we wanted to. Okay, so you can see we've got our lifelines down here. And let's see if I can answer this one. I think it's Tallahassee. Okay, so you can see that I got green and I'm going up to 200 now. What is the capital of Pennsylvania? Let's just try one of the lifelines. I'm going to say 50-50, so it did take away 2 of them. I think it's Harrisburg, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Okay, let's say we wanted to ask the audience. Okay, so it gave us poll results on what the audience had to say. So they think it's Olympia. I'll go with them, and I got it right. And you can see I can keep going and playing the game. Again, double check everything, make sure it's working the way you want it to. Once again, you can hit publish. You can choose to publish and copy the link and share it out to anybody. These are just 2 examples. One last thing I want to mention, because I tried this out and I want to show you this. This was a game, an activity rather, that was meant to be done kind of in person, where you each have a chart, and these are kind of cut out and students put them on here. But we wanted to see if we could get Claude to create this activity. So what I did was I took a screenshot of this. I put it inside of Claude, a new chat, and asked it to create it. Let me show you what it did. Okay, here is what it created. You can see that I uploaded that screenshot. I told it was an educator creating an interactive game. The game should duplicate the information in the screenshot, and it did. These are all now drag and drop, and it does check for them, check the answers, just like what it would have been in class. So know that you can actually feed it an idea as well and see if it can create it for you. So Claude can be a very powerful tool for creating interactive, engaging online activities for students about all sorts of different topics. These were just a few examples. Be creative, or have AI help you be creative about some things you might be able to create to engage students in practicing a skill set or showing your knowledge of a skill set, getting ready for a test, or so on. So I hope this helps to show a few of the things that Claude can do for us as educators.